how have you built up a network of like-minded filmmakers when it comes to your own work? How have you been able to make those connections?
I think the answer goes in different directions. I don't think there is one straight path. For sure, my first documentary was where everything started because, I started to go to film festivals, and then from film festival also I was doing screenings, all over, from in Europe, in the States. And what happened is that when you go to film festival, you might have filmmakers that come to you after they watch your documentary, your film, and then they want to connect. And so that's one way to go about. The other one is the same with the screenings. Believe it or not, a lot of people that I know, it's because of, even before I did my first documentary, I was just doing screenings for other stuff, and even fundraising, believe it or not, created a huge network. I'll tell you a story. The cinematographer that came with me, my first documentary, I met her at a fundraising night. So that's how we got connected. And we're talking about a span of 5 years since I started the fundraising until the project was finished. 4 years. So it's true that, there are strategies around how you build that. The reality is that it doesn't happen overnight. For me has been it happened because a lot of the screenings that I was doing and a lot of the fundraising that I was doing for my projects, that inevitably expose yourself to more people. And once you are exposed to more people, that means that eventually the people that are attracted by the work that you do as a filmmaker, they will want to connect with you. That happens naturally. You don't need to work hard for that. The only thing that I've done, for me, it was really a lot of screenings and a lot of exposing myself out there with screenings and fundraising, and just connect with a lot of people. And also you have to think, I travel a lot, and so because of that, believe it or not, there's a natural thing that happens when you travel. You get connected. If every month you are in a new part of the world, that definitely helps. I would say, if you are not somebody that travel as much as I do, definitely exposing yourself in whatever setting, it also helps. But maybe exposing yourself in settings as a filmmaker, not just as Aiden or Carter, right? Because if they know you as Carter, that's one thing. So create opportunity around what you do. Opportunity to meet people around what you do, whatever that is. And then, of course, for example, I have never done, I never went to a filmmaker gathering. Never. Not even once in my life. Never. And I just learned, we're recording a podcast next week with A2C Entertainment, right? And they organize also events for filmmakers. We're talking about every time. She said that they have to put a cap of 150 people, otherwise that they couldn't, they don't have the space for everybody. I never been to something like that. I would love to do it. So I would say, if I know that there's something like that, definitely, I'm gonna go and look out for that. Maybe another thing that I've been doing is I've been intentional to connect with people, for example, in theater, because I was doing theater when I was in high school. So that was something that I've always been passionate about that. So I would say, I don't know if I'm answering you. That has been my experience. Probably not the average experience. So I would say, because of that, for sure, if I will have to start from scratch, I will try to be intentional. And nowadays, guys, when I started the online thing, it wasn't as big as it is now.
No, yeah, of course.
I joined Facebook in 2008, right? And you wouldn't connect necessarily with people the way you do today. I mean, today, literally, I have people even on the podcast just because of I connect with them on social media. So I will definitely leverage the social media aspect, because you won't believe, like, people that you look up to, they are very easy to reach today, and you will be surprised of how happy they will be that, you know, you kind of want to stay in touch with them. But
Yeah.
every person that reach out to me on social media and they just want, I don't know, learn, or they just want to connect, I'm happy to do it. And
Mm-hmm.
I with the people that I try to reach out, like, it happened the same thing. So, you know, like, it's closer than you think. I think you just gotta do it, to be honest. If that's what your goal is, like, how do you build your network of people or other filmmakers that you know all over, like-minded people, you just gotta start from
Mm-hmm.
somewhere, whether it's online or physically. Give yourself the chance to expose yourself to, you know, not necessarily specific settings, but just expose yourself as a filmmaker, and then it's gonna happen.